count the days to see you, honey, honey. Always and only. Let's lay out in the yard like we're in Central Park. We'll sleep out in the stars. Don't matter where we are. When I'm with you, I'm right where I belong. I'm already home. I'm already home. When I'm with you, I feel like I'm already home.
Craig, it is safe to say that our path here to get here today was not paved, but rather a winding trail through the brush, filled with ups and downs and twists and turns.
Your love is like the ocean tide, steady as the wind and fierce as fire. Falling in will blur the lines and drown the fear of losing time.
So Craig and Chanice first met when Craig's family moved to Cayley when Craig entered grade 1 and Chanice in kindergarten.
Chanice, it was at Cayley School in 2001 when you first captured my attention. The cute girl with the very big smile and long brown hair who lived across the tracks. Captured it so much so that I had cut a very small piece of your hair off to see if your hair and my hair were compatible. I don't know what I was thinking, but it seemed logical at the time. However, I do know I did not get the reaction I was hoping for from you.
So Cayley School, being a small community, often has split classes, which puts Chanice and Craig in a shared 3-4 split, with Craig's desk just happening to be right behind her. One day she comes home from school with tears rolling down her face because Craig decided to take the scissors and cut a chunk of hair from behind the back of Chanice's head. The next day, there's a letter sent home from the school, and this is what it says. October 27th, 05. Chanice, Mr. and Mrs. Tarasoff. I have cut a couple of inches off Chanice's hair off because she was bugging me. I am grounded now. I am sorry. I don't feel so good about it. From Craig Nielsen.
Who would have thought that after some time in the principal's office, an apology letter to your parents in 22 years, that we would be standing right here where we are today. I guess in the long run, I must have caught your attention as well.
I believe this rough terrain is what brought us here today to a place where we both wholeheartedly are able to commit our lives to one another. I have had the privilege of watching you grow from a young boy to the man here today. A man with strong values and many talents.
You two have shown everyone here, especially myself, what true love actually is. And I've always been a fan of saying that goes, they say you don't marry the person you can live with. You marry the person you can't live without. That basically summarizes both of you.
You have shown me what true commitment means. How you commit to your work. Although much to my dismay, spending late nights in the shop until you problem solve and find a solution. You do not quit until you figure it out. I love this part of your brain.
You have always been there for me and had my best interests in mind. You are my best friend, my greatest treasure. You encourage me to be my best self and have always given me a little extra nudge when I needed it to keep growing as a man. Over the last 8 years, it's incredible to see how much we have grown together.
And if you do not have the solution, You seek out someone who does, and you learn from them. You don't easily let people in, but when you do, you give them your enduring support and love. These are the qualities that I know you will share with me for a lifetime, and our sweet little family when I get to watch you become a father one day.
And through all of our ups and downs, we've always been each other's solid structure to lean on. I know that we will always have that same support for the rest of our lives together.
From a young age, you committed yourself to me. I recall hearing a story of 9-year-old Craig jumping on the trampoline, shouting, "I'm gonna marry Chanice Tarasov." Although as a young girl, I didn't understand this, and maybe pushed you away, you never gave up on me or our relationship. You patiently waited in the shadows for when I was ready. As we were able to grow separately without growing apart, I believe you knew I loved you before I even did.
There are so many things that I love about you, but I would have to say that my 3 most favorite things are your beautiful smile and just how infectious it is. The twinkle you get in your gorgeous eyes when you're content and happy. And how you're truly carrying an amazing personality. You have the sweetest soul, and I think you might be the nicest human being on earth.
Along our journey, we have supported one another through important phases of our life. I reflect back on our time in Lethbridge and university when you would read my cue cards, edit my papers, listen to my presentations so many times that you had them memorized. When I began grad school, I required a different level of support from you, a deeper level of emotional support and understanding. With the career I'm in, it takes someone special to help the helper. You don't pry. You respect me on the days that I cannot tell you the stories I carry on my shoulders. Instead, you respectfully fill my cup, even when I'm not able to ask for what I need.
Well, I'm not sure Craig is quite worthy for somebody as nice and beautiful as you. You still got a hell of a guy.
Knowing that our journey together is just beginning. Ahead lies more bushwhacking. Up the mountains we have left to climb. I was once told that it's easy to find a partner to go through the good times with, and we've had many good times. But the real challenge is finding one to stand beside you through the hard times. As I look at you today, I see a man that can face adversity with courage, a man who is writing his own story of perseverance.
I was a little worried about Neil because I could tell how bright he was, how smart he was, and how good of a sense of humor he had. But this guy, trying to get him to wake up was unbelievable.
So, although you're likely going to have to nudge me out of a deep sleep and shut my alarm off for the rest of our days, I vow to always get out of bed and do whatever it takes to support you and our future family with all of our wants and needs.
It was kind of funny you said that in your vows today, because I was like, yeah, I know what that's like. It's horrible. We actually, as a crew, anybody ever seen Peter Pan with Robin Williams, the scene with all the alarm clocks? So we were going to devise something like that, but then in the end, there was going to be an alarm clock with a spring-loaded punching bag to wake that mother up. We never quite got there because Craig finally figured out how to wake up, and I think Chanice might have had.
As your wife and life partner, I strive to be your biggest cheerleader, encouraging and motivating you as you work towards your goals and dreams. While being your biggest supporter, I hope to agree to disagree on topics we don't see eye to eye on, to challenge you to see a different perspective and defend your point of view. I'll make our house a home filled with love, laughter, burnt toast, and too many antiques. I don't believe that relationships are always 50-50. As your partner and best friend, I vow to be the 70 on the days you only have 30 to give.
I am so proud of you two. I've watched you tackle life together with excitement, with candor, with this attitude of teamwork. Everything I've seen from you, it's always been Chanice and Craig together, embracing an opportunity. Chanice and Craig together, tackling a problem. You two have what it takes to tackle what life brings your way. I've seen it.
On behalf of Holly and I and the rest of our family, we'd like to formally welcome Craig to join our little house.
Strive to be the best man that you deserve. I know I'm the luckiest person alive because I get to call you mine. And for that, I promise to trust you forever. Hold you, be there for you, care for you, love you. But most importantly, I'll be there with you, right by your side, forever and always. I love you, Chanice, with all of my heart. We finally did it.
In you, I have found the one who keeps me safe, providing me comfort and security, but knows when to challenge and push me out of my comfort zone. As you have always been to me, Craig, today I vow to be your safe place and your greatest adventure. And I promise to be your shotgun rider in whatever blue-colored, diesel-powered vehicle you bring in our driveway. I love you.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce you for the first time to Mr. and Mrs. Craig Nielsen.
Take a moment and let it all sink in like a road trip. This life is a combination of destination and all that's in between. So let's drive and see what we see. Take a step up, look back at the view, all the way from the cactus to canoe. We're holding on to every ounce of sunlight that we can of the days that we never want to end. This is the summer of memory.